Hi guys, welcome to Parawomenradio. I'm Amy. Gypsy Rose Blanchard, the mastermind behind brutally ending the life of her own mother with the help of a disabled man, is back to her old tricks. After serving less than 8 years in prison, she has emerged with a vengeance, determined to silence anyone who dares to question her twisted tale. And I'd say she's chosen TikTok as her chosen platform to spread her felon to influencer story. On TikTok, she's able to get fact-based reporting of her story just taken down. I know this firsthand because it happened to me. And you can't even hashtag Deede Blanchard anymore on TikTok. It seems she's also using her platform to falsely accuse others of the very things she seems to be perpetuating herself. And let's not forget, she's on parole. Yes, you heard that right. She's on parole, folks. Still. Tonight we have a TikTok creator named Ivory Rose Grows, who is unfortunately experiencing Gypsy's brutality firsthand. So buckle up, because we're diving head fast into the twisted world of Gypsy Rose Blanchard on this episode of Parawomenradio. I'm going to roll some credits while we wait for the rest of the power crew to roll in. Shout out to my dragonflies and my power replay crew. I can never say this without laughing. It's Freaky Gypsy Friday, folks.
I was standing by my window on a cold and cloudy day when I saw that hearse come rolling for to carry my mother away.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. I'm trying to pull up my notes. When we get our girls with the boots on the ground and those people that live near a court case or crime scene neighborhood, and we have the fortunate situation in the Gypsy Rose Blanchard case where there is a TikTok creator that lives in the same neighborhood as Gypsy. And she comes on TikTok and gives us the tea on the Bayou, and I'm here for it. And, you know, Gypsy can't have that. I mean, it would be fine if shit wasn't always popping off with Gypsy, but it is. And so Ivory Rose reports it. And spoiler alert, with the Bayou tea comes real life details that in no way match her narrative. So Gypsy has launched her attack to silence this creator, Ivory Rose Grows. And so I really wanted to talk about her tonight. And just before I see she's backstage, and just before I pull her on, I just wanted to say I see a lot of new faces. It's so good to see everybody, all the new faces. And I see a lot of friends, new friends that I've met over on TikTok over here. So, hey, everyone. And hi to all my power crew. Hi. So here we allow all opinions as long as it's not brutal. I was made fun of for the way I looked, and so I really steer away from those things. I don't think I'm better than anyone else. In fact, I struggle with the opposite thoughts of myself. I have my own stuff, and I just have a more gentle heart, I think, and soul, and I'm just kind of finally being okay with that, like kind of leaning into that, and it's okay. And So that's kind of what you can expect here. You know, I'm a Gen Xer, so I've got the snark. There's the snark, so it's not all sugars and spice, or sugars and sweet stuff. But you know what I mean. I keep it pretty balanced here. The reason I feel drawn to supporting Ivory Rose is because when I was a content creator, like last spring, I think it was, there was a creator that had been taken off of YouTube, and they sent their people after me, and it had gotten to the point where, I had gotten 2 copyright strikes. And of course, at that time, I didn't know how to win them. Like now I know how to win them. And one more and my channel would have been taken down for like 2 weeks, and I would have had to go through this whole process. I still had to go through this whole process. But this other content creator stepped in, and she called me and she talked to me on the phone, and she walked me through it. And she was like, I can even help you get a PPO if you need it. Because I mean, she knew, because they had done the same thing to her. So I think that we, as content creators, if we want to be supported, we need to support others. And so that's why, and hopefully I can get her on here. Oh, awesome. Yay.
Yeah. I had to use my phone and not the laptop.
Okay. So, really, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Really stressed. This is a lot. This is really a lot.
It's a lot. It's like probably my worst nightmare. I would never want what's happening to you to happen to me. And so we've got to support one another, and it's really important.
Yeah, I really appreciate y'all asking me to come up and help spread awareness about what's going on. I really appreciate that.
Okay, so I'm going to do it kind of like an interview style, if that's okay with you.
Okay, I'm really nervous.
Okay, all right. So how long have you lived in the Bayou?
My whole life. I'm born and raised here.
Oh, really? So you know like everything about the Bayou, and you've probably got like a lot of family and roots and connections.
Yeah. So there's like about 9 little Bayou towns, all clumped together. I'm just gonna say I'm within the Bayou communities. I have family that lives in Cutoff, connections. I have patients that I take care of in Cutoff. Yeah, so I do know the right people, shall I say.
And what made you interested in the Gypsy Rose case?
Everybody here was just starting to talk a lot about what was being shown on TV and on her social media, and how that was different than what is being said here and what the perception is of her here. So we thought that somebody needed to start speaking out on behalf of the truth, what's going on, and for the victim's family, really.
Yeah. I mean, because for whatever reason, well, I know the reason. I'm sure it's this PR team. They are just feeding this narrative out to the masses. I did a live where I typed in different things about Gypsy Rose, and they have planted all these stories that you think it's going to be negative against her, but it pops up and it's just her narrative. It's like, it sucks you in.
They control the narrative on a whole nother level I've never seen before. I call her the digital version of Charles Manson, because that's really what she is. She's using social media to control the narrative, just like she did use social media when she used it part of her crime.
Yes, and that's why I think I'm all for felons being online, because I think it's very hard for them to get employment. Maybe it's a little bit easier nowadays, but I think it's very hard. But Gypsy Rose used socials in her crime, so I don't think she should be allowed to be doing what she's doing with the socials. And TikTok seems to be the worst.
Yeah, I agree. I almost feel like TikTok's protecting her. They'll her friend will post videos making fun of people with their picture in it. And you report that, it's not taken down. But you make a proof video and they have that taken down. So, I mean, it's just mind blowing.
Oh yeah, she gets my stuff taken down. That's why I barely try over on TikTok, because it's like it's not worth it, because what am I going to do? Sit over there and fight her all day long when I'm trying to build over on YouTube? And I think she knows these things. And
Well,
so
they are coming after people that are on YouTube. Like Candace Starr is one of them. She had her whole play button taken away. I think her channel was taken. Something happened with her channel, but I know she lost her play button, and I think there is some copyright issues, lawsuits, or something going on with other creators that are on YouTube. So she's also going after people on YouTube as well.
Well, I knew she was going after YouTube, because we did something on it when she came after Nina, and she was doing something with Morbid over here. But there's a copyright process over on here on YouTube, and I know it pretty well. It's like a pain. It takes about 2 weeks, but unless she is copywriting this material that we use, she can't. It's just she's just harassing us, and then people can be removed from YouTube for doing that type of thing. Like I'm saying, the person that was removed, that was doing it to me, that was one of the reasons they were removed. So after a while, if you do it enough, you do get removed from YouTube.
Oh, well,
And they will take your AdSense away from YouTube, for you can never come back.
yeah, I don't think that she should even be on TikTok or YouTube. I don't think,
Yeah.
especially while she's on parole. The fact that she's even collecting an income off of it is insane.
It's really,
I mean, if you could walk down the street to the Dollar General and not be bothered on the side of the road, you could go get you a job. So,
well, Gypsy Rose will never get herself a job.
Probably not.
I feel bad, because I felt bad for Gypsy Rose. I was one of the people when she came out, I was like, oh, so worried about her. And I was worried that, people were going to take it. This is like makes me laugh now, but I was worried people were going to take advantage of her. And I was just so happy she had found Christy as a mother finally, because I bought the narrative. But then when people started deep diving into it, and if she would have only kept her mouth shut, I don't think this would have been this wouldn't be her life.
Yeah, I think if she just would have, went into hiding like Casey Anthony did, she came out of prison and laid low, I don't think it would be to this magnitude. I think the gossip would have just stuck on the body, and that's it.
I agree with you. So, tell us the story that has led up to the situation that you're in now. It has something to do with riding by her house, right?
Yeah, Chris, I'm going to use the names that I call them on my TikTok, just for my own safety, protection, whatnot. So I'm going to refer to her as Crusty Gypshit. things like that. So Krusty was on Bro This Knows live and said that I needed to show receipts. I actually posted videos on my TikTok of it. I have a whole playlist called Proof of Gypsy. So if you click that, you'll be able to see all the videos. But she asked me to show receipts that I was even from down here. She was saying I wasn't even from the Bayou communities. So the only way that I knew how to show her, other than posting my address, was to go live and to go down the street. It's a public street. I have family actually that lives in that area. So I went down the street, came back up, never went on her property, never pulled in her driveway, nothing. Didn't stop in front of her house in the road or anything, just drove. And I left. After I did that, my live was reported. And then from things that started transpiring through TikTok, come to find out that apparently Gypsy called Roggy, that's what he goes by on TikTok. It's not his actual name, by the way. So he made a pew threat towards me on behalf of Gypsy because according to him, she called and said that her life was in danger because I went down that street. Now, I was live. Thank God I was live for my own protection, because even with this video evidence, they are still trying to twist it and control their own they're trying to put their own narrative on what actually happened, and it's insane. So he made a pew thread on me on behalf of Gypsy.
How does she know this person?
So apparently, word on the Bayou, he works with, I call him Hot Rod. So he works with him.
Rod? Is that Rod that you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
we just have like Ivory, we just kind of have an older audience, and so I don't think they know all the acronyms. So,
I know. Just I have to. I've been advised not to use their government names.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say, if I don't understand what the name is, I'll say the name. Okay.
The chat, the people in the chat do know the code names, so they know. Yeah, you'll see them posting it in the chat.
Well, I mean, what did you call Rod?
Hot Rod.
Hot Rod.
Hot Daddy Rod.
I mean, that's kind of a given, Hot Rod.
I know.
But he's actually really Go Rod too, because he leaves all the time to go. He's like, I don't want to deal with this shit.
Takes off on the boat for a while, you know. So, but that's offshore life. That's just how it is. You know, the guys go on a boat. They stay for 2 to 3 weeks at a time, and then they come in for a week to 2 weeks, and then they go back out. So that's why he has, you know, he goes offshore and leaves. That's why.
He's done that like all of his kids' life, right?
I'm sorry, what?
He's been doing that all of the kids' life.
Since he was about, I believe, 18-ish, something like that. Yeah, his whole life.
Alexa Hudson, really quick, I want to thank you for the super sticker. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You're good. So apparently, Roggy works with Hot Daddy Rod. Allegedly, this is what we hear on the Bayou. We also hear that his girlfriend works with Gypsy's lawyer as well. So he's directly connected to them. He also states, I believe he made a comment in a video that he goes over there all the time. So he's very well into their circle.
So is he the only one that you are having issues with, or
No,
is it like a whole
I
group
would
of
say
people?
it's Crusty, Rogie, Bro, and Gypsy. She's the main person, but she's using these 3 individuals to do her dirty work because she can't. So they're the 3 that have made themselves such a presence in what's going on to try and shut me down, silence me through her, for her, on her behalf.
For her. It's like a dirty work. It's really dirty business that's going on. And so you had mentioned that you contacted her PPO, and did anything come of that?
I had posted an update on that, but I cannot give any current updates on that due to an investigation. So I can't give any updates on that situation.
Ah, okay.
Hmm.
But you were able to reach somebody, correct? Or is that can't be an update?
That can't be an update. It's so sensitive right
Okay.
now.
Okay. All right. So what are you doing to protect yourself? What do you do? How do you protect yourself from something like this?
I mean, I have my husband here. If any threat happens on my property, I mean, I just feel like I'm constantly looking over my shoulder now. There was a threat that they should follow me. I mean, it's gotten really out of hand. Really out of
So they
hand.
obviously know where you live now?
I believe so because Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I started noticing cars drive real slow by my house. I later find out that Bro comes down here to the Bayou community on Friday. So with Gypsy. So yeah. I mean, I'm speechless about this whole thing. I'm scared. I'm very stressed out. For them to take it to a level like this is insane. Insane.
That's just what I was thinking. I was thinking this is insane.
And I want to add that if Krusty would have never asked me to prove that, to show the receipts that I'm from here, I would have never went down there. I wouldn't have. And I have no intention on ever going back down there. I made my point,
Yeah.
The whole point was just to show that I was close enough and
Yeah.
that I know
They
what
say
I'm
come
talking
on
about.
down. They say stuff, they pop off, but I don't think they really mean it. I think they're just talking.
I don't know. She's still a murderer. And
Yeah,
she
that's what she
still,
is.
you got to remember, she manipulated Nick Godejohn to do that to her mama. So here she is manipulating another guy who's making a gun threat on me now on her behalf. And it was all because she said that she was in danger from me riding down her street one time. So, which I almost feel like it was a setup because you can hear how I sound and how I talk. You can tell I'm from here. So for her to say, prove it to me, I feel like it was bait to get me to go down there and to be set up. That's how it feels.
Did you hear of the woman that went to that white supremacist house and she was the one that ended up, she went to his house, which I mean, you just drove by. This person literally went to the house of Tristan Tate, who is this white, I believe, I'm still trying to keep this show monetized. White, you know, he thinks that white people are the best people. And this like 58-year-old grandmother went to his house and walked up to his door,
Oh,
and the door flew open, she said, and he maced her. She hadn't even, I don't know if she had knocked yet or not, but he maced her, grabbed her phone, and smashed it on the ground. And when she called the police on him, the police said, well, you went to his house. Like, is that acceptable now? People could just throw the doors open and like assault you when
it kind of feels that way. You know, well, you went down there, you know, but I don't know. That's part of the reason why I feel like it was a setup.
yeah. I mean, it probably was. And they probably didn't expect you to actually do it either.
Uh,
Because I think they pop off a lot. But I don't know. I don't know for sure. You probably know more than I know living down there. It's just what I have noticed. And it kind of is just so sad to see, because it could have been such a, I don't know, it could have been so different, you know, for her if she had
yeah,
just done things so differently.
I just think that they're taking it too far, you know. So what? People talk about her case. People are, of course, people was gonna dig into her case. They do to every crime case. Every crime case, you know, crime investigators or the crime community, you know, crime community, where they dig into all of that. Um, of course,
Yes.
people was going to dig into it, you know. So everybody, it exposed all her lies. So people started calling it for what it is, and well, she can't handle it. She can't handle it. Whether it's Bayou T or people talking about the case facts in general, she don't like it.
No, she doesn't like it. And the funny thing is like I was just thinking before the show started, if if her medical records hadn't been given away, then we wouldn't know half of what we know.
Correct. And from what allegedly I hear, there's more. There's more that has not been, that apparently they have more pictures. They have more documents that they have not shown yet that will benefit their narrative, that they twisted. They just haven't put that out. You see, you notice how like some things as time goes on, they'll put out pictures or old pictures, things like that, and it'll come up. Old videos of, remember Deede walking through the hospital, pushing Gypsy right before that day happened. I can expect that more things, they're gonna put out more things, and which would be more things for everybody to dig into and, you know, to expose.
Yeah, they can't stop themselves, it seems. It just would be so much more better for them if they just stopped talking. Just stop talking. But they can't do that. I mean, just stop talking, but they
Yeah,
can't.
Krusty can't even stop talking on the Bayou, so of course they can't. They're not going to stop talking on the internet, you know. So that's why everybody knows what they know about them, and that's why there's things being said about them. It's because somebody's leaking it. They're talking about it.
Somebody in the family around them is leaking. I wonder who's the leak.
I don't know, but Krusty has a talkative mouth, and you know, when you talk to a lot of people, of course, it's going to spread. Of course, it's
Yeah.
going to spread.
How small is the Bayou? Like, is it like small town kind of small, or is it like big city kind of small?
No, it's not big city at all. Like I said, there's 9 little bayou towns all clumped together. So Cutoff is about 5,000 people. Then they have other little bayou towns as well around it. So they're all the same, very laid back, quiet. Like the older crowd's very quiet. They like their peace.
And so is that why Gypsy expected to be able to go there and just kind of live her life and not be bothered? Or
I think so. And I think she thought that she was going, I think Krusty painted a picture for her here that did not exist. Like, people don't like her here. I mean, I don't know if people know this, but they live on the same bayou as the victims' families.
Oh.
Like, I mean, I'm not far, okay? Not far at all. If you're in a town that's 5,000 people and there's one road, okay, on this bayou in Cutoff, imagine how close they are to the victim's family. And they walk around that town like they are something, while everybody's looking at them like, oh yeah, okay. So
what makes them think there's something? Is it because they have money and they're well known? Is that what it is?
I think it's social media and TV. That it got to their head, I think.
I think Gypsy she's getting ready for her book to come out, and so she's cleaning up all her socials right now. And so I do expect her to go in a little heavier on people because I heard her say her book was coming out, December 6th or something, 13th.
Yes.
I don't know.
And I think she may be doing I'm not sure, but I think she may be doing a book tour on it in January. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it.
I'm just shocked that people don't shout out to her. Like, I always say, like, I don't know if you watch Game of Thrones, but like behind Cersei, just shame.
Yes,
shame.
Yes. It's just unreal. They're really, the best way I can describe that family and their crew there, because their crew is about 20 people that support them. They are just bullies. They're bullies. The older crowd doesn't want. They want information to be known, but they don't want anybody to know it's them, for their own protection. Because look what's happening to me. So them being scared is valid, because look at the extent these people are going to. Just today, I mean, there was a video clip of Bro saying that her and Gypsy came right by my job on Friday. So they are really taking things to a whole nother level.
That is
additional to the pew pew threat.
Okay, so I've heard you said there's legal stuff going on. So you've obviously taken this to the police, right?
I can't really
can't say that either. Okay.
Any updates? We got to think about this is involving my safety, my children's safety. These people are nuts. They're nuts.
But getting the word out, I think will help, because it will put some pressure on them to just relax, because something's happened in the last few days with her change and all her socials. I know it's partly due because of her book and stuff coming out, but I also think there's some stuff going on with, this is just me speculating, this isn't you saying anything, but I think there's some stuff going on with you contacting the PPO, and then there's also the whole debacle of her and the whole Ryan thing, and I'm sure Ken was not happy with that. So I just think it's like and plus she likes to stir up a storm of stuff just before she debuts something. So
Of course. And you know, she uses her, I call them pack dogs, to do her dirty work. You know, look how they're attacking other creators. Look at what's happening to Nina. They're making fun of her weight. They're making fun of her. It's just disgusting. Disgusting.
I heard they were making fun of her skin color,
Yes.
and I was like, oh hell no. I mean,
Yeah, they were making memes or videos or something with that was very disgusting what they did. It exposed who they are and how they really feel about people.
Do you think once Gypsy gets off of parole, things are going to get worse or better?
Oh, I think they're going to get worse. I think they're going to get worse. I'm dreading that day.
It'll be like free reign for her, and
I feel like that.
She can't handle that kind of thing. That's what gets her into trouble. So don't you think could be what actually gets her into trouble, is the being free?
She might get herself into trouble. I mean, she already, there's a clip on TikTok of her making a statement, you know, I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm not always going to be on parole. Best believe it. Got me by my short curlies or something like that.
Yeah, she got that taken down. I had that put up on YouTube, and she got it taken down because she said I was promoting violence. It was her that said it.
That is crazy.
I know.
It's her own words.
Breaks from the Gypsy Rose case because she makes me so mad. I'm at the point where I'm just laughing at it, but it's really sad. But
yeah.
It's funny, but it's sad and it's scary for you. And I just wish that I could do something more for you than just this.
Well, I really appreciate you doing this to help me. It really means a lot.
Well, I mean, we've got to stand with one another. Gypsy wants to be able to say what she wants to say, so she's gonna have to let other people say what they want to say. That's how the world works these days.
Absolutely. And
it used to be where you couldn't threaten violence. That would be like against the law, but I guess it's not against the law anymore.
Well, here in Louisiana, in this area, it's what Rogge did was an indirect gun threat. So that's why it was passed. Like, you know, just looked at, not like kind of disregarded a little bit because it was an indirect threat, but nonetheless a threat of violence on behalf of shit lying, basically saying that I mean, she said that I was endangering her when I'm riding down the street on the speed limit. You know, going the speed limit, never stopping at her house, didn't stop, didn't go on a property, nothing. Would have never went down there, you know, Christy didn't ask me.
I saw the video. I think I saw it. I vaguely remember what you're talking. Has it been taken down?
No, it's still up. It's on my TikTok, actually.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I'll grab it while we're talking. Yeah, because I don't know. No, I'm not going to do that because I don't want her coming after me on YouTube. We can talk about it though. So it's you in your car just driving by. I didn't see anything. I mean, I saw kind of like that the house. I thought it was really interesting that it's kind of a lake looking community.
There's a bayou that runs in the middle of two roads.
Oh,
so you got across the bayou, down the bayou, and up the bayou. So
everybody is literally on the bayou. That's
all of these 9 bayou towns are all together, clumped together.
Oh, Okay, so you
Mhm.
were just driving down the street.
I went live. I was kind of hot headed in my video, in my live, like, because she's saying, discrediting me, saying, "You not from here. You not from here." Basically calling me a liar. She wants the receipt. So I went live and I did that. You could see that nobody was in my vehicle during that time. During that, when I'm talking, what the things I'm talking about are about Krusty asking for these receipts, Krusty saying that I'm not from here. Nothing really about Gypsy. It's just
Uh-huh.
Krusty.
Yeah, it did sound like you were more in, like, at the time, it wasn't an argument per se, but the conversation was more with Christy. I didn't hear Gypsy at all. But Sarah says people drove down my street all the time. She gets mad when people go by her mom's house. What does she expect? Yeah, she even gets mad when they go by the mom's house. And
Oh,
I
the
think
one
I
in
saw a
Missouri.
comment too that said, I was trying to pull up the comment that said, I lost it. Whoever said it, they said that they thought that you are the reason as well why Gypsy has gone incognito, sort of.
I'm
And I agree.
getting a blame.
You're
I'm
not
getting a
saying
blame
it
for a
is.
lot.
I'm saying it is. You get blamed for a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not complaining because it's disgusting to see how I feel like she's trying to move over to YouTube because I see this new page and she's dropping I went to Disneyland and stuff like that. She's trying to be an influencer, and
Yeah.
I think
I
it's
mean,
so
would you want I don't know if I think I have to say murderer on YouTube. I'm not sure, but
yeah.
I think. Well, I mean, would you want to be influenced by a murderer? I mean, come
No.
on. Look at who she influenced, and look where he's at now. So she don't have a good track record of influencing people. I mean, look at Roggy. Look what she influenced him to do.
No.
Look what she is influencing Bro to do to me.
She's
Um,
really good at influencing people to do her dirty work.
yeah, and I think it's because she knows that if it's not directly from her, then
Mhm.
she can't get in trouble.
But
She
if you
learned
do
that.
it in
I think she
public,
learned that lesson when she got out, and this was during the time she was with Ryan. And it was some girls. Gypsy had said to her, "I bet you're not going to say it to my face." Well, she got in trouble for that because that came from her. So she learned to not do that and to get other people to do that for her. So that's why you see such a huge presence of her circle shoving their lies down everybody's throat.
I can't. I try to wrap my mind around people that are supporting and creating such drama around Gypsy and believing the story even when they know. I think they know. It can't it you but people are doing weird
I
shit
think the
these
Paris
days.
is kind of avoiding uh, a media frenzy, shall I say? Can you imagine the media frenzy on this little small bayou if she got revoked? Can you imagine? It
Yeah.
would be absolutely insane here.
I don't think they would ever revoke her because she's would just turn around and be right back out. I think what needs to happen, like what if she's ever going to face any kind of justice, she's going to have to reoffend in some way.
Right. And if say she was to revoke, she would only go in for the rest of the time and then she would come out.
Yeah.
So my real concern, uh, I'm highly concerned now, but man, when she gets off of parole, uh, I'm very worried.
Yeah. I would be worried too because I mean, we're sitting here talking about a woman that plotted and planned the death of her mother.
Yeah.
By using a disabled man. That's her case. She was a sick girl. Her mother malingered and used that sickness to get her free stuff. But by the time it was all said and done, she was 24 years old when this all happened.
Mm-hmm. I think she just, of course, Deede was a malingerer, but she spoiled her, and that contributed to what Gypsy is now. Spoiled her at a level of even fraud. And of course, apparently, you could tell just by how everything has been dug into that she knew, Gypsy knew about it. She was in on it. There was several times she could have just stood up, doctors, just even at that little stage where she was singing that song with her mama, she could have stood up, but she wanted all of that. She is, if you can't already tell, you could tell she's a materialistic person, money and things, fame. That's what she wants. You could see how she moves, how they move, that is their goal. She can influence people, but what she influences is crime, hurting people, ending people, bullying people. I mean, she's just unreal. And right now, she's using her little group to do all the bullying. But watch, when she gets off of parole, it is going to be her and that group going after people.
Yeah.
Okay. We already know she's got tons of burner accounts. She does. We hear Bayou talk. She has burner accounts,
I see them. She comes through here sometimes.
Yes.
You can always tell who Gypsy is. You just can.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. Even Krusty's cousins will comment on my posts thinking I don't know who they are. And I'm like, okay, look at you putting this statement out. Like you don't, like, I know who you are and who you're related to. So like, they're not all of them is too bright, shall I say. Not all of them's bright.
Miss T, when she went to that university, do you have did they really stand and clap for her and an ovation, and did that really happen?
I'm not sure about the standing ovation or anything, but what I did hear was that the teachers were told that to not talk about anything with Gypsy. Not to make no comment, nothing. They were told not to. And only selected people got to go. It wasn't like an open invitation.
I couldn't figure out okay, of course. That makes so much more sense. It was an invitation only.
And this information actually comes from a student that goes to that school.
That makes so much more sense. I couldn't figure out. Because when I went to college, I was like, I remember I guess going to a comedian one time, and I was like, sure, I'll go. And it wasn't funny, but I thought maybe that's what happened. People are like, yeah, sure, I'll look at her. Why not? I got nothing else to do. But
yeah, it was only selected people.
And when she went, is she billing herself as an advocate, or what's her shtick now?
That's what she's trying to act like to the public. This is the image she wants to show you. I'm an advocate. But yet, an advocate, a true advocate, does not have the group of people that she has around her. What advocate would have that attached to them with the massive bullying and making fun of people and, just attacking? No true advocate would associate themselves with them kind of people.
Well, they would, but eventually those people will either bring them down or the person will go down. They can't.
Correct.
Like
They're a stain. They are a stain on top of a stain already, is what I like to call it.
A stain on top of a stain.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really sad and scary. There are other creators in doing the research for tonight. There are other bigger creators that are looking at the case. Let me pull one up.
Yeah, they have some very knowledgeable creators that have really put out some awesome content on the case and, updates and stuff like that. Which, they're attacking those creators because they know that they're speaking the truth. That's why they want to take them down.
Oh, well, there's this Kayla. She has 2,060K subs, and she covers Gypsy quite a bit. And like I saw this just before we went live. Gypsy Rose Blanchard deleted TikTok about ex-husband, and she yells at the internet. They haven't quite gotten to the point. I haven't seen them to the point where they're showing that Gypsy's bullying people yet, but that's just around the corner.
I mean, I think once Parole ends, she's going to be her own mouthpiece.
Yeah.
You can't be her mouthpiece right now. What Bro says is what Gypshit wants to say. That's what she wants to say. And, I was thinking about this the other day. You know how they got the image of Ruby? That whole ego that she has with, or character that she created with.
Yeah.
Okay. So Gypshit, what she shows us how on like what she tries to present, that's the image she wants everybody to see. But I believe who she really is, her true nature is Ruby. I think that is who she is, and that is who she hides and presents this fake Gypshit version, with the blonde hair now. Who she really is, I believe, is who Ruby is. That's who she is.
She loves to stay in a triangle, and I was thinking, like, well,
she does.
Because, Deede, Christy, and Rod were all a triangle, so that's what she knows, and she loves a triangle.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny how history repeats itself, huh?
And repeats itself and repeats itself.
Yeah, until you learn, it will repeat itself until you learn. And let's see how many times it repeats itself before, she learns and takes some accountability. How dare she post that Bible scripture on her posts? When was it? Today, I believe. Maybe yesterday, but today she's posted a scripture. Ugh. But
I have her
instead of posting scripture, she needs to read the book of God. That's what she needs to do. Instead of quoting scriptures, misquoting scriptures, might I add. Okay. So she needs to read it if she's going to preach it. Because what she's doing is she's imitating Krusty's fake. That's what Krusty acts like. She acts like she's she got crosses all over her walls. And, she acts like she's this religious person when you could see that is not how they operate, is not, it's fake. It's fake.
She doesn't really know how to be anything. She doesn't know how to be herself. Like, she copies Mia quite a bit. Her mannerisms have totally changed since she's gotten out of, I almost said college.
Yeah. You may think it's college.
Might as well been college, although she only got a GED.
It took years for her to do that too,
Yeah. But she just copies Mia quite a bit. And
I'm kind of scared for Mia. I don't have no problem with Mia at all.
Nobody usually does. I've noticed, like, in talking to people, everybody loves Mia, and that's got to piss Gypsy Rose.
Oh, absolutely. There's talk on the Bayou about it. I mean, look at her absolutely mirroring herself to look like her and sound like Krusty. It is absolutely wild. That's why I say the Gyp shit that we see on social media, that's the version she wants. That's not who she really is. Because she wants to show something that isn't really the reality. That's why I say who she is Ruby. That's who she really is.
I have to look at Ruby. I remember seeing all those characters, but I haven't really deep dove into the characters. It was like requested that I do the characters and the real Dan, because the last time I did the Dan, it was when the old Dan was still thought to be Dan, and
yeah,
she probably thought that was hilarious.
I believe that Krusty put out a lot of confusion with Dan, with the story of Dan. That's why there's so much confusion with him. But nonetheless, she was trying to get with him, run off with him. That was her first. Wasn't that her first true obsession? She just used Nick as the tool to get out.
Yeah.
She didn't even have a bus ticket for him.
He was also, I think, the guy that got her it wasn't Nick. I think it was Dan. But I also thought, did you see this? I thought this was really interesting. Let me make sure it's up on screen.
Okay.
But did you see this about, I love watching Anxious Aunt, and they picked up this little bit about the Oscar thing. Hold on, let me think about sharing content. I really, instead of asking you to give this live a thumbs up, which I would love for you to do, is that you share my content. My watching Anxious Aunt, and they picked up this little bit about the Oscar thing. Hold on, let me refresh it.
Okay.
Named Oscar, who imitates me and puts on jerseys, and he says some things I wish I could say.
Oscar, listen, baby, no, I was a bad girl, but come on, you'd have to be crazy not to take me back.
Get it, Ryan. Get it.
Guy named Oscar who imitates me and puts on jerseys, and he says some things I wish I could say.
Oscar, listen, baby, I know I was a bad girl.
Do you think that's a coincidence?
Oh, I think that's, you know what? She goes live before she posts that, talking about Ryan. Okay. And that whole situation, I'm still married, you still married, that whole thing. Then after the live, she makes that video. And Oscar, how ironic is, the guy named Oscar that imitates Ryan. She says Oscar. It's.
She thinks we won't put two and two together. I mean, she really thinks that her audience, like the people in the world, she's so much more smart. And I think it's because she's used to being smarter with her mother, because there was two of them working together, And
I think she's just that manipulative. I believe she manipulated her mother. I believe that. I believe it's just sad, man. Just sad. But I believe that was for Ryan. Some people think Ken, but I think that was for Ryan.
Yeah, I think it was too. For sure for Ryan.
And then she took it down. They do think that people are stupid. That's why they do the things they do. They even make comments about the people here. You claim you from the Bayou, you love the Bayou, but you talk about how stupid the people are, that they're not going to do anything. That's why people are starting to speak up. I think that once I came onto the scene and shined a light on what they didn't want the internet, the public to know, it blew it out the water for them. It blew it out the water because now people get to hear what the Bayou really thinks.
Mm-hmm. That's why I like when I found you, you were like saying what the tea was, and I was like, oh yeah, because I love that. I love, like, and you weren't even doing any. It wasn't. They were the ones that told you to come by. They were saying you
To
prove
prove
it.
it. Yeah, she
And
said, show me the receipts. Show me the receipts that you from here. Specifically. So, I mean, what, I put out content. I'm saying I'm from the Bayou community, So for her to say that I'm not from there, it kind of discredits the content I put out on my page and stuff. So, I mean, at that point, I just showed the receipt she asked for. Don't get mad at the receipt you got.
well, she can dish it out, but she certainly can't take it. And
Absolutely, all of them are like that.
are they?
Yeah, well, I'm specifically talking about Krusty, Bro. We're gonna throw in Roggy in there too because he wants to be part of it too. It's just sad, man. It's really sad. They know they would not be coming so hard for me like they are if they was not worried about what I was saying or scared about what I was putting out. They would not even bother with me. There's tons of creators that put out all kind of crazy stuff, speculation, crazy stuff. They don't bother them. They only go after the ones that they are scared is going to say too much or, that can expose them, have the ability to expose them. Look what they're doing or look what they have been doing to Fancy. They know she knows too much. That's why they go after her. It's unreal. It's unreal, these people.
Do you think word got out when Fancy went on Tasha K? Do you think that got anything put out there?
I don't know Tasha K. I don't know anything about that.
When Fancy went on that interview, the Tasha K experience.
Oh yeah. Okay, now I remember. Yeah, they didn't like that. They did not like that. They don't like anything she does because they know that she can expose them. She is exposing them. I mean, it's crazy. I'm speechless about the whole thing almost. A lot of the words I can say is like, I'm speechless. It's jaw dropping that this is even going on this magnitude.
Well, are you making sure you're taking care of yourself?
Oh yeah, of course. If you follow my page and, I got like witchy content, I focus a lot on self-care. So I make sure to do self-care every day, take care of my mental health, journal, meditate. I do things like that for mental health, spiritual reasons. They actually need to take that advice.
Yeah, it would
do those things. They
that advice and just went off and meditated, but they feel like they have every right to do this. I think I've heard them say they have every right to do this.
Yeah, I mean, everybody we have freedom of speech, right? So they could talk just like we could talk. The only thing is they get mad when you just make your opinion or you talk about the case, whatever. Anything you say, if it's negative or against them, they're not for it. You know what I'm saying? So they are just.
Do you ever see an ending to this? Do you foresee this?
I don't. I think that it's going to get worse when she gets off of parole here.
I really hope you're not right about that, but I'm not for your.
I mean, she already made a threat, and let's be honest. Like, who was the threat for? Who is there anybody besides me that's puts out content in the area? No. So, like, the threat, her, I'm not always going to be on parole. I'm going to defend myself. We already know what extent she takes. So it's already scary. She's playing with all of this. is what she's doing, playing with the situation, manipulating the situation. And she's, I think when she gets off of parole, she's just going to be her own mouthpiece. And it's going to be bad, I think, especially for locals, I think.
I think that you can only be bad like that for so long. I mean, because she is sort of being silenced by her parole officer, and it's not just so easy for her to just do what she really, I think, wants to do. And I just hope that like she'll just go too far, not on you, but like on a situation that just lands her back in prison. I
think something's going to happen, and she's going to get herself into some trouble. I think so.
There was a guy that he was so annoying, but he used to always say, give him enough rope and they'll hang himself. And I just keep thinking that about her, because
that's exactly what it is. That will happen. That will happen. I don't think she realizes that she is still under, she's still serving her sentence. I don't think she's getting that. I think she thinks that because she's out here, that she's just free willy-nilly. It can do, live her best life. When you're still on parole, you still have rules to follow. You're just getting to do it out here.
Yeah.
She could have, a lot of people that have served time will rather do the time in prison than take parole because of how ridiculous it is. I don't know why she gets such a pass, but people in the same community that was on parole wasn't even granted permission to go to their mother's funeral. So why is she allowed to go to Universal Studios, go do this, go do that? It's
because she has money, I think.
She has money. She has a high influence. This is a small town. She's using it to her advantage. These are small towns, small people.
Whatever she can get to her advantage.
For sure. She is milking it. She is milking it until she gets off parole. That's what she's doing.
Yeah.
And she knows that this town don't want media frenzy here,
Yeah, that's another thing. That I think that's why she gets another pass, is because, it's small towns. They don't want media in there. They don't want extra people in there.
Oh, no. Mm-mm.
So I agree, Gen X. She says, but now everything that happens will affect your kid. But I also think that she's using her child like, you can't be mean to me. It's going to affect the kid, And I said she would start doing this. Because there's this influencer that's really problematic. Her name's Trisha Paytas. And she's kind of like, she's not a murderer, but she's kind of doing this redemption arc that Gypsy's trying to do. And I see Gypsy following these same things. So that's how I know there's a PR involved. Like, she's doing some of the same things that this person did. But this person started having babies, and she was like, you can't talk, it'll affect the kid. You can't talk bad because you're talking bad about the kid.
That's so weird that she would say that, being that don't their group go after other people's kids? It happened to, I believe, Nina's child. Bro may have exposed her social media or something, and she's a minor. So they go after people's kids. Now, let me make this statement. I don't want any harm to come to her child at all. I feel sorry for her baby. I do. She's going to have to carry the weight of what her mother did. I feel sorry for her. Nobody, no creators I talk to ever have said or hinted to a comment that, they would want harm to her child. Nobody's ever said that, but they pretend like that is what we say when we've never said that. Just because we say that the baby may have possible abnormalities or the chromosome defect or whatnot. She thinks that that's an attack on her baby. It's not. She put all this information out here, just like she did. She put her own doctor out on TV, just like she did her house. She showed more of her house on her TV show than what I did in my live, might I add, when I went down there. So she shows everything. I mean, she even tells you her cycle, who she hooked up with. Do y'all remember when she put all the dates out? She puts all her information out.
Yeah. And then she put out the information about the sex schedule of her and Ken to get the baby. She put that out.
Jeez.
I want to stop really quick and take a quick moment we've got a bunch of stickers. I want to say thank you to Laura Lynn, to Tess Roberts, to Main Chick Carrie, Heavenly, Alexis Hudson again, and Danielle McCarra. I think that's right. I'm really bad with names, so I'm sorry, Danielle. But thank you, everyone, for doing this. It helps me so much, and I am always so grateful that you find my content worthy of giving me a little extra. So thank you so much. Are there any other cases that you follow, Ivory Rose?
No, it's just this one. I'll only talk about it because I'm from the area. If people say it's a way, talk about it. So I mean, I have the opportunity to talk about what's being said here because of where I'm at. I did look into the Mendez brothers case as far as like watching what Netflix put out, both the show and that documentary. But I've only spoke on that just a little bit. But as far as like following other cases, I don't really, but I do watch a lot of crime shows, a lot of crime documentaries at home. That's what I like to watch. But I don't really talk about any other cases.
Do you think that you would still be talking about the Gypsy Rose case if she hadn't? Didn't she get your channel taken down?
No, they kept reporting all my videos. They did have me my lives suspended for like a week, but they're reporting all my videos. They're reporting comments. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. They are trying to take it down.
Well, I mean, you have 15.3K followers, so you do have people that support you and want to hear what you have to say, obviously, which goes to your point that that's probably why they don't want you to say what you have to say.
Right. That's true. They say my Bayou tea shit. So, why are they so worried about it? They know that the things that I'm saying, they know. How would she know this stuff? That's why they're freaking out. That's why they're coming after me like this.
Laura Lynn says Gypsy has Munchausen by internet.
Yeah, she bullies by proxies. That's what she does. She gets people to do that.
She's just really hard to deal with. She makes me really angry, to be honest. And it makes me really sad too to think that there's a person out in the world that unalived her mother and she is getting away with all this. It's really,
especially for me so close to home. Like, it's unsettling. I mean, I know there's bad people all over. I know that there's people that are out in the world that have done crimes like that. But it puts it into perspective when you realize that someone's so close to you that's done that and that has really just tried to control the narrative for their lie. It's just unreal. They are just, they talk so much crap about the victims' families, the Petries and stuff. It's disgusting. It's disgusting what they're doing.
I always, when you say the victim's family, my mind always races to, and I put Nick's family in there too.
Oh yeah. For me, like, of course, Nick is absolutely a victim in this situation. Absolutely, he was manipulated. I mean, he was even receiving a check for disability for his mental illness.
Nick doesn't deserve to be out, but Gypsy doesn't either.
No, I don't think she should be out at all.
And if anything, Nick should be out before Gypsy, in my opinion, because plotting something. Look, some of the Manson people got out. Charlie never did because.
Okay. So I knew that those people that did that crime on Charles Manson's behalf, I knew they went to prison, but I don't know any updates on if they got out. So who got out?
One of them got out because she was dying. Another one died in there, and one is trying. I don't know if she was trying to get out still, and she was granted getting out, but then there was like an uproar, and so they put her back. They took it away. They didn't grant it, but she's trying to do it again. So one of them did get out because she had some kind of terminal.
Illness. Okay, gotcha.
So but she still got out. She didn't have to die in prison.
Right. Man. And they're a lot older, They're a lot older. Usually when you're older, you're more, you have more wisdom. You're more more laid back, Yeah. When you're younger, you're more ready to pop off. So she should still be, I believe, she should still be in a prison cell.
Well, she tricked her way out. She did. She wrote those posts on her page asking for people to write to the parole board, and they were pushing the narrative of poor little Gypsy because Gypsy looks really young. And
they were they were basically promoting her while she was in prison, creating this platform for her, And I mean, when she got out, here's your platform.
Yeah, it wasn't.
They rallied for her.
That's what they did.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to give Christy some credit because she has really put a foundation for Gypsy. Gypsy's going to destroy it, but if Gypsy were smart,
the thing is, she's putting so much in. Krusty's putting so much energy into Gyp shit, or right now. But where was she when she was younger?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they didn't care then.
Yeah, it's gotta sting a lot that one, Rod basically did choose Christy, and and then Deede and her were they went off to wherever, I forget what, Missouri, is that where they lived? So it's got a sting that Mia got the family, and I don't remember her brother too, but they got the family and she didn't. It's not worthy of unaliving your mother, but it's just, these are some that probably
they really didn't put any effort. They really didn't.
Yeah, they tried to make it.
Some people say that they paid child support. You could pull the child support records. He did not do anything. Didn't do anything.
I think that he paid child support because that's what was told in the act, and I think in
one of the support groups, somebody had posted or commented that he was paying $1,000.
Oh,
that was that's not accurate.
Well, maybe Deede needed a way to say where she was getting all the money, because she was, I heard like whenever they were low on money, they would just like put out that Gypsy was having to have this surgery or that, and then they would
For
get
like
the donation.
GoFundMes.
Yeah, the GoFundMe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So maybe she needed a way to, I don't
She
know.
didn't have, when you're a single mom, Deede didn't work. Hot Daddy Ride didn't pay no child support. So I'm going to tell you, I've been a single mom with more than one child, and it is hard. You literally sometimes don't know how you're going to make ends meet. So she did it was illegal and wrong, but she did what she had to do to give Gypsy everything.
Yeah, if Deede were alive, I would be saying she needs to be in prison. Deede was not doing the up and up thing, but for me, Gypsy was well into adulthood, 24 years old, had been going, doing the whole scam with her for a very long time. I think she had taken over the scam because, I mean, Deede was really sick at the end. I don't think people realize how sick Deede was.
Oh, she was very sick, especially that last 6 months.
Yeah. And Gypsy didn't want to take care of her.
No. That's sad because her mama took care of her.
Yeah.
Spoiled her too much, in my opinion.
It's scary.
She went about it the wrong way. Like, she didn't have to go. Deede did commit fraud. But I believe that her heart was in the right direction. But like the saying goes, the path to hell was paved with good intentions.
Yeah.
So her heart was in the right place. That's my baby. I want to spoil her. She's got this micro deletion. So her heart was in the right place, but she obtained it, the funds, the money, the things she gave her in the wrong way. But what would you do? What would you do to provide for your child?
I don't think I would have
From the
done
thought, I know.
she did, but
people will do anything to provide for their kid.
Yeah.
Well,
and,
good
you
people.
have probably a demanding. I think she was demanding. She's a demanding adult. She's a spoiled adult. I can't imagine that she was this responsible child in any way.
Oh no, we hear she was a spoiled, rotten, threw a fit. She was an issue. She wasn't an angel. She was a problem. So she even acts that way now, where she's entitled. Throws fits, gets upset when she sees posts that she don't like. She wasn't an angel. She was an issue.
Yeah, I've heard that. So that's the word on the T on the Bayou is that she was an issue.
She was not a good. She was not a good daughter. Is the words that were used. Okay, she was not a good daughter. She was what's the word? She was like a temper tantrum, like a kid that throws a temper tantrum. If you don't give me this, it throws a fit. So we know that is the history of who she was growing up. She wasn't an angel.
She wasn't the angel they would like
she is being portrayed. Correct.
Yeah. Crystal Workman says you should do crime stories on the Bayou. I think you should too, because that was in my mind too when you were saying that you like to do crime, and I imagine there's other crime stories on the Bayou. And I have this thing about New Orleans. I love the culture. I've only been there once. It was before Katrina, but I just love the music, the laid back atmosphere, the friendliness.
The architecture is beautiful. But see,
yes,
New Orleans is
beautiful.
even a different world compared to here. We're over an hour south of New Orleans,
Oh,
where we call what we have bayous, they call that canals. So it is even different. We're even more laid back here.
and if there's something on a show or something or a movie that has to do with the Bayou, and I know there was a crime stories on one of those on IE or something like that. So I mean, I think it would be a great idea if you were
I think
interested.
so too. They did have a crime story that went down within this year of a couple that lives or lived in Cutoff. They're arrested now. That did some very disgusting things. It's very, very bad and disgusting. I can't say it. It's
Oh,
bad. So, if
nope.
you do a little research,
Crazy.
you'll be able to see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But that couple was from Cutoff. And yeah. So, I mean, that is a good idea.
It is a good idea. I would watch it for sure. And I think there's a lot of people that are just kind of like Louisiana is such a beautiful state, although it's very hot, but just if you're watching it, it's very beautiful.
Yeah,
Very,
it is very beautiful. It has its vibe, its own
yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
But it's hot as hell here. It's still hot here. You know what was funny to me? Remember when Gypsy made that post about she got these fall clothes and she was showing them off? Y'all know it was over 80, 85 degrees when she did that with long sleeves. I should have made a video, but long sleeves, long pants, and it's over 85 degrees and we're all sweating in tank tops, shorts, and flip flops. And she's in long sleeves showing it off. I'm in fall wear.
Yeah.
I laughed so hard.
Well, that's Gypsy. She's the influencer. She's trying to be like Mia and show off her outfit of the day.
I think once her
I mean, who gives
baby
a
comes, I
f
think
about an
she's gonna
outfit of
go.
the day by a schmurder? I mean, that's what I'm just like. That's what I think when I have followed nothing about. I don't follow her makeup, her hair stuff. I don't even go to her videos. I don't go to her pages because I feel like if I go to her page, then she might get some money from me. Even
I don't.
clicking on her
Yeah, people.
stuff.
I get things sent to me, just like the information comes to me. Like I don't go out looking for information about Gyp shit.
Yeah.
The information is brought to me. I just put it out. You know,
It gets brought to me too because I can't go to her page.
I don't want her to get any views off of.
I know. When they did the blackout for I forget what it was on Instagram. I was like, I'm gonna do this with Gypsy. There's no reason why I should be going to her pages because it's everywhere. Anyway.
Yeah, if you go view her stuff, her story, she's generating income off of it, which most of us have a problem with her doing that. So I don't go to her stuff at all.
That's what I tell people. Go to your favorite content creators page and support them. Watch it from their page. Don't go to Gypsy's.
Right. And, repost it, comment, like it. It helps. Even you asking me to come up on your live to talk about what's going on. That helps spread awareness on what's going on, the reality, the truth of what's happening, So when we support each other and help each other spread the word or, just be there to support each other, like what's happening right now, it helps us. It helps each other. You having me on your platform right now could help me in a way that I've been asking for. A lot of creators are posting about it, about what's going on, but some will not talk about it. I don't know why, but I'm so appreciative for the creators and the followers that have really came together to support me. It has meant so much to me. that I can't even describe how much it means to me. It means a lot.
Donna asks, is there anything that we can do to help you?
Just like, comment, or repost my videos. That's about all I ask from anybody. I don't ask people to send me anything. If you want to send me a gift while I'm on live, I'm very appreciative of it, but I don't ask. I even do free tarot readings on my lives. I do that for free.
Really? We do on Sundays we do highly strange days. You should come and join us because we talk about paranormal stuff on those days.
Really? Okay. On when? Sundays?
Yeah, Sunday
You go
at 8.
live?
I'll have you on. We'll do readings or something. I have a co-host for that night, and it'd be a lot of fun.
Okay. How about I check it out, see how how your video go, like how the live goes with card readings, because I don't really know what to expect unless you have it already posted. I can go watch previous videos, huh?
Yeah, I can show you some of examples. We haven't actually had a tarot reader on, but I used to do Parawomenradio when podcasting first. I mean, I'm talking like 15 years ago. I did it. I did Parawomenradio every Thursday. So I've interviewed psychics and tarot readers and paranormal investigator. I interviewed Lorraine Warren from The Conjuring and Amityville Horror.
You
The little
did?
lady. Yeah, I did before she passed
Oh,
away. So I know how to, like, I can make you feel really comfortable if
okay.
you want to try it, and if you don't want to, that's fine. We could just we're actually doing this Sunday. I'm working up a show of the ladies in the tarot, the major, or the ladies of the tarot. So we're going to talk about the queens and the empress and the ladies of the tarot. So
Yeah.
that's the goal.
I love
for
the
this
Empress. That's my favorite card.
Really,
Is the
because
Empress.
that's Shannon's my co-host. She says anytime anything comes up, the Empress comes up. That's her, and so that's so funny
Yeah,
that
I
you.
feel the same thing. I actually have the Empress Tarot card on my bookshelf. Like,
Awesome.
just to show itself. I love the card, especially the Rider Waite's deck of the Empress. I think she's beautiful in that description or depiction. Even the witch, it's called I believe the Witch's Tarot is the name of the deck. Their picture of the Empress is absolutely gorgeous.
I've been doing. I like to go to this site called Nordic Light on YouTube, and
Mhm.
she's from Sweden, and she does this pick a card reading where you just you pick a deck, like a pack, like she does 1, 2, and 3, and then you pick pick 1, 2, or 3, and then she does the reading, and it's just like a universal reading. And
Mhm.
I've been the Queen of Swords lately.
Oh,
Yeah.
your words can cut, huh?
Yeah, well, I've been doing things like, because I'm coming from a background of domestic issues, and I'm trying to build up my confidence again. So I've been walking around like I deserve to take up space because somehow I got the idea that I don't, and so
Mm.
it makes sense, kind of, that it would be the Queen of Swords, I would think.
Yeah, speak your truth.
Yeah. So, Laura Lynn, thank you so much for sending me a Cashapp. We have additional ways to help me out over on Facebook. There's stars on YouTube. There's super stickers and stuff like that. And then I also have Cashapp and PayPal. And so thank you, Laura Lynn. Thank you so much. I love you. Laura Lynn's also one of our moderators. We've got 3 mods in here tonight that I want to thank. There's Chris C., Heavenly, and Laura Lynn. Thank you so much, ladies, for being in here. Chris C. knows quite a bit about the Gypsy Rose case. Like I said, I don't really watch when she goes live about makeup and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But like, when I don't do it, then there's always some kind of drama she
Oh, you
does
take
in it.
one day off of TikTok and you missed everything.
And I've taken almost the whole month off this month of Gypsy because I was just so fed up with her. I was like, nope, I'm done. I
Yeah,
can't.
a couple
Making
weekends I
myself-
had to just back off, for the weekend to give myself a break.
Yeah,
And you do that, and man, you come back and it's just chaos on top of chaos, new drama.
I know. There's so much
It's
that's
every
gone down
day. It's
this month.
every day. It feels like every day.
She
Something
likes it
new.
that way, though.
Oh yeah, she would never be out trying to be an influencer. She wouldn't be doing that if she.
All the drama. I mean, that family's adrenal glands must be blown out because they just live off of drama. I can't even imagine.
Well, Krusty's been like that her whole life. She's drama. She's drama. She's always been drama. I mean, she's mouthy. So how she's acting is no surprise.
So with you saying that, that's definitely different than what she portrays on the social medias.
Oh, she is playing the same little part like Gypsy. Let me show this fake image. I want y'all to believe this fakeness. This is what it is, when that's not the reality of it.
Yeah, I'm always worried about people that use their Christianity on their slave, because that's usually the people that are doing something else.
Yeah, she tries to, on her Facebook page, she tries to post Bible verses and stuff like that when she's acting so hateful out here. It is unreal. That's why the older community, the older crowd here, they want things to be known, but they do not want the drama that will come with it from them.
Yeah. What is Christy? Is she a Gen Xer? What is she?
A problem.
An issue.
That's what she is. Yeah. I don't know what she is. I believe she was born in 71. I don't know, something like that. Early 70s.
Yeah. Gen Xer. Out of balance Gen Xers do bring the drama because they didn't get attention, because we were told to go out and play, like we were the feral generation. Our parents literally did send us outside at daylight and we came back at daybreak.
Yes.
And, there's a whole lot of shit you can get in between then.
Yeah, when the street lights come on, you come in the house. Drink out the hose pipe. That's how it is here. But
it's still like that there. I love that.
It's kind of changed, the kids are they're not how I grew up. We took our daddy's boat and we was 16 taking the boat by ourselves with our friends. That's how we grew up.
Yeah.
Fishing, doing all of that stuff. But the kids now, they know, like I have 3 sons. My boys know how to launch a boat. They know how to fish. They know how to get things done. But the kids now, they like to play on their games. They stay inside more. It's not like how it was where everybody's bikes were in one person's front yard and we're all playing in the street. It's not like how it used to be. Kind of a little bit, but nothing like how it was when I grew up.
Thank you so much, Angel Baby, for the super sticker, and welcome to the Dragonfly. The Dragonfly is our community here on YouTube. I release all my videos early to them, and they get emojis and shout outs in the intros, and I think there's some other stuff that we do, but it's just a way to support me and to get involved in the community. And we call ourselves Dragonflies because I thought it would be neat to call each other's Dragonfly because there's a lot of dragonflies around here, but they also represent courage to go through illusions, and they've also been around for years and years and years. They were with the dinosaurs. They were as big as yardsticks, and they're able to adjust to their environment. And so I thought it would be a perfect representation of our membership. And it's $2.99 a month, and Angel Baby became a member. So welcome to the Dragonflies. She also gave us a super sticker. So do you have any plans on protecting yourself? Do you can no, you don't want to talk about that.
I can't.
I just really wish that, when do you think it would be a time that you can talk about more details?
I'm not sure, but as of right now, like, I can't give any current update. But I mean, y'all can see what's happening on TikTok, though. But I can't give any current update on what's.
So just go to your TikTok page and follow from there. And I will put the link down in the description for you. And let me throw it down into the chat. Also, one last question before you go. Have you seen what Jeffree Star said about her?
Yeah, I actually did a video yesterday, I think it was, on it, where I showed his clip of him saying they're not doing Murder Cosmetics or something along those lines. Jeffree Star Cosmetics not doing that this year. I thought that was hilarious. I had actually made a post earlier, back in, I believe, September 1st, it might have been, of me saying that, word on the Bayou, she's coming out, she wants to come out with a makeup line. So I went ahead and made a video, like I told y'all. So she was actually going after Jeffree Star Cosmetics. That was who she was really wanting to collab with.
Yeah, it really was. And so it makes me laugh too, because I was like, when she came out, Jeffree said he wanted to meet her, and I was like, oh no, I hope she doesn't get mixed up with Jeffree Star.
Yeah, I think he's smart when he's smart when it comes to his business. People that are smart when it comes to their business, would never involve her in it. Never. They wouldn't want to be attached to that. So I love that for her, that he said that. I love that, because who would want, like, his sales would go down if who would buy Gypsy's Cosmetics? What are we going to call it? Makeup by Parole? What
would she would probably do something Disney, I would imagine. Disney.
That's why she thinks everything's a fairy tale.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Do you have anything else you wanted to add, or do you feel like
I just want to thank everybody that has came together to support me. I want to thank you for having me up here on your live. I really appreciate it. So I just want to let y'all know the gratitude that I have in my heart for y'all.
Well, anytime, you're welcome here anytime. And just know that we support you over here on Parawomenradio. And if you need me, just, reach out, and I'm here.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Do this alone. I know like it kind of feels like it, and it's scary, but just know that you have quite a few supporters here in chat. So, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I really appreciate everybody. It gets kind of tough dealing with this so close, so I'm so appreciative of everybody that's coming together to support me.
Yeah, you sound like you're like just over it and tired and just, yeah. So I hope that
I'm hurt. That's, I'm just.
Yeah, it is hurtful, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Because I just want to spread awareness about what's being, what's being said here.
You have every right.
The Bayou does not deserve to be silenced. Because that's what's been happening for a long time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't stop because I have like just maybe one or two people can catch whatever I say about her and be like, oh, I didn't know that. And like, so that at least it can get out to some people. And maybe one day it'll get out to the mass media.
Yeah, hopefully it does. I know a lot of people are tagging news stations in my post and stuff. So hopefully one of them picks it up, and
I hope so.
Yeah.
And I hope you stay safe.
Oh, I appreciate you.
Okay. Bye, Ivory Rose Grows Wild.
Bye. Y'all have a good night, besties.
Okay, so that was Ivory Rose. And as I said, I will put her link down in the show notes. I did throw her link up in chat if you want to check it out. And yeah, let me see what you guys are saying. If you have anything, I should have done it with her here, but okay. Thank you. Bye, love. Love you. Love all of you too. It feels like it's starting, y'all. I hope it is. I hope this is the end of this reign of terror. And I call it a reign of terror because if somebody is feeling afraid for their life, that's when things have gone too far. Okay, guys, I think that's all I have. Let me make sure that I don't have anything else up here. I always do forget something. Oh, also, I wanted to tell you that Chris C., one of our moderators, has a fantastic channel over on TikTok. I get a lot of my information. It's not, hold on. Here it is. I get a lot of my information from her page. I actually get a lot of my information now from TikTok, and I've been meeting some new friends over there. And I want to thank all of them for helping me get in touch with Ivory Rose, because I know she's been getting a lot of messages in support, and we weren't friends yet. And my messages kind of got buried. So this is Chris C. I'm throwing it down in chat. She has a great page over on TikTok. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go. You guys mean the world to me. You've changed my life. My life was not that great before I started YouTube. And it is becoming a better life because I'm working on becoming a better life. But you guys play a huge part in it. And I love you guys so much, and I'm so grateful for you. And I'll see you next time. Oh, wait, you know what? I forgot that I had to go out and come back in, so I can't do my dramatic ending and then play the outro because I don't have it queued up. So let me get it queued up. Okay, guys, this is it. Also, if it feels like I've been rushing, I've had to pee for about half hour. I drank a huge thing of water because I ate something really salty, and I've been doing the potty dance for half hour now. Okay, guys. Oh, also, thank you so much for all of the support, the super stickers, and the Cashapp, and all of that. And if nobody's told you this today, and even if they have, I'm still going to tell you this. I love you guys so, so much, and I'll see you next time. Be sure to go over to TikTok and visit and support Ivory Rose.
By my window on a cold and cloudy day, when I saw that hearse come rolling for to carry my mother away, I told thee special.